Tonight on Test, looking into what kinds of chemicals are in your drinking water.
State officials plan on letting people know the details of those tests next week. Crews sampled private water wells in Brunswick, New Hanover, Pender, and Columbus counties looking for PFAS contamination. The state ordered Chemours to test wells downstream from the company's Fayetteville Works facility in Bladen County. Chemours also has to provide alternate sources of drinking water for eligible homes.
This community meeting is next Tuesday at Heidi Trask High School in Rocky Point. It starts at 6 p.m. in the school auditorium. Now, if you want to have your well sampled, you can call Chemours at the number you see here on your screen. The state says if your home isn't eligible now, it may qualify in the future. This